So today I'm very tired. We got moved over the weekend, my boyfriend and I. It's amazing. My psyche says today my siblings. And I want to talk about my siblings. Again, my perspective, but facts. So a couple of things that I didn't touch base on when I was doing my parent video was that I did confront my dad in 1993 in July, and he disowned me. And I asked his wife at the time, please watch your grandkids. Don't trust him. And he told everybody she's a drug addict, blah, blah, blah. And 2 years later, the sheriff's department called me and said he had gotten caught molesting a grandchild, and he went to prison for several years. And I didn't talk to him for about 10 years, and then I did talk to him, and he was respectful to me. My siblings, 2 older brothers, 3 younger sisters. We all had our own perspective of our childhood and our abuse. And when I started remembering my abuse when I was 27, it was my journey to go through, not one to put on my siblings. But my sister, Tina, went down to visit my dad when she was 25. And this is a fact. And she was taking a shower, and the fan didn't work in the shower. And she heard my stepmom calling for my dad when she got out of the shower, and then her friend got in the shower. And she didn't know where my dad was, and then he showed up. She said she had a weird feeling. So my stepmom asked him to go to the store, and while he was gone to the store, my sister climbed up in the attic where they had just redone their bathroom, and she saw that the fan had been taken out. When my dad redid the bathroom, he made it so the fan could be taken out and he could watch what was going on in there. And she was so devastated. She came back from California and she was like, I know he violated me as a child, but I'm 25 years old and I look just like our mom. And he violated me again as an adult. He watched me shower. And this was right before he went to prison. This was after he disowned me. And Tina was always fine with her health. And then a couple of weeks after she came back, she had a seizure. And a seizure is like mind over matter, like shaking with anger. She started having seizures from that time on. And when she was 34, 9 years later, she had a seizure and broke her neck, and she died. She had just gotten her master's degree. She worked so hard. She was the kindest person you could ever know. And that was, I think, in 2003. My older brother, Tracy, had issues his whole life with drinking. My personal opinion is Tina's seizures directly related to my abuse from my father. Tracy's drinking directly related to abuse from my father. My meth addiction directly related to abuse from my father. In 2008, I think it was, my brother was 46, he died. Essentially from alcoholism. He went septic and he died. In 2017, my sister Tammy died. Now, I know her life was a little different. She said, I know that I was abused, but I'm never going to remember it. I don't want to. But when she was 32 and pregnant with her 4th child, her husband was a life-flight nurse, and his helicopter crashed into the mountain and he got killed. And they had been dating since they were like 16. She waited for him to go on a mission. She married him in the temple. They had the perfect life. And then he's gone, and she had an accident where she fell down, and she had to be put on pain medication, and she got addicted to that medication. her daughter that she was pregnant with when her husband died was probably a couple years old when she got addicted, and she stayed addicted. And when that daughter turned 18, a little while after she turned 18, a few months, Tammy died essentially of an overdose. I don't think it was intentional, although they did write that on the death certificate. Everybody medicates. People have abusive childhoods. They medicate. They go into drugs. They medicate, self-medicate themselves. So I've lost 3 siblings. I have my youngest sister, Tony, is still alive. You've probably seen some pictures of us, and I've reconnected with her. And she has her own incredible set of problems from the abuse as well. And that's her story to tell, not mine. My older brother, Todd, I rarely talk to him. He's rarely talked to any of us. The other 5 kids were always a lot closer. So this is what happens. It tears families apart. Now, don't get me wrong, my mom's suicide tore us apart just as much. I think the last time all 6 of us were together was when my mom committed suicide. So I just needed to show the branching out of the multi-generational trauma and how devastating and the losses that can come on a family when the patriarch of your family is an abuser. I love you, everyone. Have a good day.